Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be kicking off the first episode of producing a music video for my Songtember song for the month of October. Are you ready? It's going to get hairy over the next few days, few weeks. Good grief. We're going to kick off with something very special, so enjoy this. Hello and welcome to the show. If you didn't know who that was, I played that clip on this show 2 years ago. I'm not sure if it was how long to this very day, but that was created by a longtime friend of the channel,
Doctor's Orders.
And why did I play that? Well, to inspire you, firstly, to get creative, because I know Songtember's over. But it's always time to be creative, yeah? Because yesterday in the mail, I received, now you would have seen at the end of that video there, there was a picture that he made of me and Pete. And I received in the mail yesterday from Dr. Zorders a framed copy signed by Dr. Zorders in the mail. And I swear to God, it is the most beautiful little thing. Look at that. That was in that video clip. So there you go. Thank you, Dr. Zorders, so very much. I think it is absolutely incredible. I remember playing that video. I'm pretty sure I played it twice on the channel. And yeah, how sweet is that? So you probably won't see it here on the channel because it's going downstairs above my where my TV is and stuff like that. So pretty damn cool. Yeah. I hope you're all doing well. I'm scared. I'm utterly scared. So, yeah, Songtember's over for most of you, and today's featured artist is Joe and Barry Glenn, who are here in the chat. They've been away at a wedding, and they're back, and I held off to play their Songtember song and video until they got back. I saw they were back today because Joe's Facebook got hacked again. Awesome. I don't know how that happens. Joe? Anyway, so we're going to close the show with their music today. But my Songtember experience isn't over yet. I'm still yet to finish the song, and tomorrow's my final day before Thursday US UK time. I will be releasing it live on the channel, and it's going to be I just won't be uploading it straight to DistroKid on the show coming up this week. I will be mastering it on the channel, doing a final mix, doing a final master, and then uploading it to DistroKid and all of that jazz. So please come and join me and to hear the big reveal and all that jazz. But today we're jumping in early and starting to work on the video clip because this is probably going to be the single most full-on adventure I've ever taken into production. Let's say hello to the folks that are here. Princess LDG, Jenny Jolivet, Thomas Christ, Joe, and I think Barry's somewhere behind. Fat Panda Cat, Gregory O'Sullivan, Sean Chandler, hello. Tremor Bear, E. Urban. Who else? I saw Chris Lane Sr. right up the top of the list. Hello, Chris. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so this is a huge undertaking. Now, the original title of the show, which if you watched yesterday or you saw it previously and hit the reminder, I was going to be working using Procreate. But things change. And I decided to do it a different way, to try storyboarding it a completely different way. And I hope it doesn't go tits up. All right, let's cover a few things. Oh, yeah. Oh, as always, I'm Jade. And welcome to our Ward Warriors. Thank you for supporting the channel and being a Ward Warrior. You can hit join below and do all that jazz. So, let's cover a tiny little bit of news before we go in, because I know this is it already has upset some people. It kind of upset me a little bit, but then I got over it very quickly, because if you get hung up on this shit, yeah, you're wasting your time, honestly. Don't get hung up on the small things. So, there was an update in the App Store today. Wouldn't you believe it? There was an update in the App Store for a particular app that everybody's been waiting for an update for. Yes, it's Logic Pro. Got an update. And guess what they gave us? This update fixes stability issue when adjusting the transform pad in Alchemy while using Logic Pro on iOS 17. Wow. Wow, what an update. 3 months, and that's what we get. 3 months. Great. Good stuff, Apple. Anyway, there's the news for the day. So what we are doing today is we're going to be using Final Cut Pro. I've decided that I will be using Final Cut Pro to make this video clip. Will I only be using Final Cut Pro for this video clip? No. Because Final Cut Pro, unfortunately, doesn't come with stock images and videos that I can use. And I'm going to need some stock photos. I'm going to need some stock videos to go along with the real life video that I am filming. So unfortunately, I'm going to, well, not unfortunately, because I think it's a good thing to use multiple apps to create things. So if you're just limiting yourself to one DAW or one one video editing piece of software, you're kind of limiting yourself to, because not all of them have all the same transitions and different things. So I'm going to be bouncing them back and forward. But the main area for the project, for this adventurous project, will be Final Cut Pro. But I will be bouncing between LumaFusion because I pay for a subscription. So I have all of the stock footage and stuff in there that I can use. Plus, I will also be using Videoleap as well because I pay for a subscription for that as well. And I will also be using an AI video generator throughout the process for specific things. So I will be using Kyber AI, and we'll do a breakdown on how it all works. So you'll get to see that during this series as well. Firstly, let's oge over. Would you like to hear the song? We'll play the song, then we'll put it in. I'll explain how I've created the characters. Then we'll start putting together the storyboard. So I'm going to oge over here. Now, remember, this version of this song is now a couple of days behind. So each day I'm adding more things, but I'm 2 days behind what you're seeing. I'm 2 days in front of what you're seeing. So what you're seeing now is from 2 days ago, yeah? So this is demo 18, and you may notice it's a bit longer than the original version. The original version of this song was only 3 minutes, but I have some good news. It's actually now clocking in at, you got to love this for irony. I didn't even try to do this, but the song clocks in at 4:20. I love it when shit like that happens. 4:20 exactly. Thank you very much. So we've got an intro for the song now, and there's an outro for the song. And it's the intro and the outro tie heavily into the video clip, as you will see as we start doing this. So let me play the song. I put myself on mute, and I can have a coffee and chill. And so, yeah, the beginning of the song now has this orchestral piece. Now, there's much more in this orchestral piece than what you're going to hear, but this was the basic structure. So let's have a play. Alrighty, 4 minutes 20 of nonsense. So there we go. There is the track. Let me start explaining to you. Thank you, guys. It's getting there. It's a pretty tight mix at the moment. Like, it sounds really good through my speakers. The mix is pretty good. Definitely we'll be doing the final mix on the show on Thursday and the master live as well. So I'll be saving that for you all to see. Like, it will be pretty much mixed. It'll just be some little fiddly bits, just a little bit of EQ and stuff. Today is vocal day now because yesterday was 3 hours of tidying stuff up. We've got another vocal day today, so I'll probably do about 3 hours of vocals today. And I know it's taken a while to get this thing done, but it is what it is. I do this show every day. There's so many other things I have to do. So I dedicate a few hours a day, or then I take 2 hours, a 2 days break, and then come back to it. And that's why it's taking so long, but hopefully it'll be worth it. So how we're going to do this today is we're going to put together the storyboard in Final Cut Pro. So I've gone ahead and created a whole lot of images of all of the characters in the video. And that took another 2.5 hours last night to get all these done. So I'll show you my process of how I did this. Let me just make sure I've got nothing rude in my photos. I didn't check this before the show. Yeah, we've got nothing here. We've got nothing there. Let's start off with this photo. Look at this guy. This is the richest man in the world, right? Right here. Cosplaying as a cowboy by the border, flexing in front of a whole bunch of refugees. This guy is a fuckwit. There you go. So here's what I did. Let me show you a few things. Yesterday, this arrived in the mail. Well, this arrived not by the mail. I actually picked it up. So this is another thing that's going to be in the video clip. That is a life-size skeleton. This video clip is out of control. I've lost the plot completely. So this is in the video clip too. You can position this thing however you want. You can stand it up. You can bend its arms. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. This arrived in the mail also, which is very exciting. If you don't know who this is Toxic Avenger. The original Toxic Avenger from back in the 80s, Tromaville classic film. So this is one of the characters that is now going into and look at that mask. Look at the quality of that mask. Very, very cool mask indeed. I received this too. Look how realistic this knife looks. Look at this knife. Here it is here. Look at it. It looks like a real friggin' knife. It's not real. It's plastic. But, you know, in a shot that's covered in blood, that's going to look pretty good. So we got another prop that arrived. We got this prop. Look how real this hammer looks. Look how real it looks. Look how real this looks. Oh, hang on. It is real. So we got heaps of weapons for this video clip because the characters need weapons. Yes, indeed they do. So the idea was to take shoot some photos of myself yesterday behind a green screen so I can use these images for my storyboard today. So here's Toxic. I even got a mop for Toxic Avenger. I've got a tutu as well. This isn't the costume I am actually wearing. So I've got a tutu as well because the original Toxic Avenger, if you haven't seen the movie, he's like a nerd. He gets thrown out of a building. He lands in, and he's wearing a leotard and a tutu because he gets pranked. He falls into a vat of toxic waste, and he becomes this creature who carries around a mop and murders bad guys. So I've got the tutu as well. So you can watch me in the tutu. So yeah, we've got a few images for me to use in this storyboard. So yeah, basically I just used OBS in front of this very camera here and just stood still and took some stills. Then we've got Art the Clown. This is the singer. This is the main character of the whole video clip because I've spent the most money on this thing. Now, this mask that I'm wearing here damn near killed me yesterday. I couldn't get it off. It was stuck to my face. It's way too tight. I've got a new one coming. It should be here by Friday, my time. It's coming from Ireland, but I can't wait to get rid of this mask. It is awful. It is so tight. I passed out virtually, and I couldn't get it off. I was laying on the floor. I couldn't get it off for about 10 minutes, and I was in all dire straits. So we've got some photos of Art the Clown here with the hammer. So if you haven't seen the movie Terrifier, I recommend you see it. It's one of the Terrifier 1 and 2 scariest films of all time. So he's the lead character of this video clip. So we've got a few photos of him. Then we've got our guitarist. This is guitarist 1 with this skull mask. And I received like these open face balaclavas in the mail yesterday. So that is what they are. So there's one of the characters. Then there's the bass player. Remember, these aren't wearing all the costumes and stuff yet, just the masks. So we've got our bass player, a couple of shots of him. The violinist, which is this old, weird old guy. This is ridiculous. So there's our violinist. Plus, there's a I have a saxophone, not a real saxophone. It's a mock saxophone that should be here this week as well, because we've got a sax player, which will probably just be this same character, but in like probably going to have multiples of this character, and he's going to be like all the orchestral stuff. Yep, there he is. This is the drummer. So you'll notice I've taken a photo. The photos I've taken of this drummer are sitting on a drum stool. So for the storyboard, I'm going to use a PNG of a drum kit and sit that in front of this character. So, and he's playing drums with human bones. Yeah, because don't we all want to play drums with human bones? There he is, looking as happy as he can, playing with his human bones. Then we've got the bondage dude, which I just put this in there because I didn't know what I was going to do for the extra brass and strings, but I've decided I'm going to just use the old man for all of them, like they're clones or something. So probably won't use this character at all, because this character I've used for Metheist. There's me just being a dickhead. This is the second guitarist. So we've got 2 guitars clearly in the band. This is the second one. Man, does this thing look demented or what? Looks very demented. I love this photo here. Damn, that looks cool. That one's pretty sick too. That mask looks good. And then we just got this random thing that if I want to use for something. So that's, yeah. There's my drum kit. And yeah. So basically then we took all of these pieces of photography, call that, I guess we'll call it photography. And I used BG Eraser, which I've reviewed here on the channel. So BG Eraser, then you go into your Photos app, you take a still that you like this one, and then you hit Remove Background. And as easy as that, the background is removed. And you can finish it up down here. There's a whole lot of new features now in Background Remover. So you can change the size of it, and then you can go in here and stretch that out. So this is your background image, and then save this to wherever you want. Now I normally save this into another app like Documents, because I find if you save it to the Photos app, what happens is sometimes you upload the photo, and then when it goes to iCloud, it gets changed into a JPEG, and the background comes back. So I like to save it in something like Documents or another app, or in the Files app or whatever. See you later, Princess. There's also another way. If you didn't know, let's go back to edit. There's another way you can remove these images from your photos, and I'll show you how you can do that. You can do it in the Photos app if you didn't know. So you can take a photo like this, and you can hold down on that photo. And did you see that? I'll show you again. See that? I held my finger down on that image, and you probably can't see it, but on my screen, It's whizzing around. It's got this little whizzy thing happening. Can you see it here? It's kind of a little snake going around the image. See that? So that means that all I did was press on the photo, and now it's got this little line that's going around, and now I can just grab it and I can drag this wherever I want. And I can open up another app, yeah, and see how it stays. See how I've just got it floating now around here. So I could like open up, anything I really want. So I could open Pixel. What can we do? We'll do Pixelmator. See if I can drag it in here. Oh, God, this is all new. What are they doing? What are they doing to my Pixelmator? I don't think I can. What else could I drag it in? See if we can do it in like Final Cut Pro. I don't even know if I can do it. So if we start a brand new project, let's hit new project. So I'm still holding this down with my finger. And we'll put blank. All right. And now if I drag this over here, look at that. See how easy that is? And then let go. And there's the image. So you can cut around all those steps that I did by going into background remove. I'll show you again. Let's go in here to our Photos app. Let's grab another one. Let's grab the drum or this guitarist dude. And I'm going to hold my finger down. So I'll show you over here on the camera. So I hold my finger down, and now it's doing the flashy thing. Now I can grab it, swipe up, come back over to Final Cut, drag it in here, and drop it down. And there you go. That's how you can make PNGs and remove characters from your photos super, super easy without using anything that's... So this was introduced into iOS 16. Not a lot of people use it. Is it as good as the background remover? I don't think so. There were a few little... If I zoomed in on this, it kind of wasn't as perfect as the ones I had done with background remover. But hell, if you're quickly wanting to make these things it's good enough. Definitely good enough. So anyway, let's jump out of that and delete this project. Okay, yeah, so this is how I made the photos. I just put all this video in here and just dragged all these videos down into the timeline, found the spot I wanted, and then went up the top here and just hit current frame, and you can save it as a TIFF, PNG, JPEG, and that's how I got all my images. That's how I make all my images for my thumbnails of myself. Now you get to see me trying to put on the costumes and shit. That's good fun. Whoa, cool. There you go. It is a useful feature. You know, you can probably get away with it. For storyboarding, I could have got away with it. Probably would have been a whole lot easier doing it this way. All right, so we're going to create a new timeline here and start this project off here in... So we're going to hit new project down the bottom. Now, compared to Logic Pro, Final Cut Pro's had a heap of updates. This thing's actually getting updated. They actually seem like they care about this. The Final Cut Pro team seem like they give a shit. So we are doing utensils, music, video, storyboard. Well, I'm on iOS at the moment, so I've got a Mac and I still stay with iOS because it's just better, in my opinion. Hi, Virginia, as well. Hello, Falcro. Hello, Rockin' Pneumonia. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, so we've got a name for this. So let's open up this project. Now, straight away, it asks you, would you like to import files, photos, camera, or blank? I'm going to import files because that's where all my PNGs are. And I'm going to move over here to my Documents app where I store everything, as you will see. This is my go-to place in my inbox. And here are all the PNGs. So you can see this where I save everything for thumbnails and stuff. And I'm just going to swipe across and down and down. Keep swiping. I'm trying to get all these at once. Swipe. And I think that's all of them. And then hit open. And this should add, there we are, all of the PNGs are now in here of all the characters. So we've got a nice list to look at. We've got the drum kit, everything's in there ready to go. Now we need some music. So we've got to import the music. So again, I'm going to go up here if you need to import anything into Final Cut Pro, Files app, and the music is saved in my Audio Share app. So we'll go over here to Audio Share, DreadCircus trimmed, open, and there is the audio down here. So we can kick this off by dragging this into the timeline. Now this is your main timeline. So this is where you're putting video. So I'm going to go under here, and it just ignored me anyway and put the music there. So let's zoom in and see where this music starts, because we've got a little bit of a buffer. Hit play. Good stuff. There is our music. So we're going to need some footage to kick off with. So the idea for the start of this video clip is I want to kick off with this music here in a laneway. So I need a background. I'm going to use some kind of background of a dingy, yucky, horrible laneway with bin, gloomy, maybe with, you know, some smoke kind of blowing across it. And I want to start, of course, with the star of the show, who is Art the Clown, because in the Terrifier movie, this clown, he walks around with a garbage bag slung over his shoulder full of weapons, and he just murders people for the fun of it. So I want to start off the clip with Art the Clown walking down a laneway with his little garbage bag, holding his hammer in his hand, because that's his favorite weapon of choice. Holding his hammer, walking down the laneway, and that's going to lead into the video clip. So I've gone ahead also and just grabbed a whole bunch of random clips of just laneways and some circus stuff from my Pixabay account. And I'm going to import that in here as well now. So go up to our import. That's in my Photos app. And it's somewhere, here it is. So it's like 6 minutes 42 of just footage. We're going to bring that in here as well. So here's that. Let's have a look what we got in here. So we've got some little scenes like this. Can I make this larger? I think I can, full screen. There we go. So I just got some little areas like this to give you an idea of the kind of thing that I'm looking for. So I will be using stuff like, as I said, LumaFusion, because Storyblocks is in there and I pay for the subscription. So there's already so much stuff in there I can get for my specifics. But, all right, so let me break it down too. The concept of once the music kicks in, the theme of the video clip will change consistently. So as you've heard the song, there's like jazz parts in there, there's funk parts in there, there's metal parts, there's 8-bit chiptune stuff, there's orchestral stuff. Basically, whatever the music changes to in the video clip, the style of the video will change to that. So for example, when it changes to that bit that Barry Glenn loves with the saxophone, and it goes to that smoky jazz, 30s bit, everything on the screen will go black and white, and it'll be in a jazz club. I'll have the background of a jazz club, and all the characters will be like they're performing in a jazz club, like black and white. And when it goes to the chip tune bit of the video clip, which only lasts for a few seconds of the chip tune, I've started designing some little animated chip tune characters for all of them, and the whole video will turn into 16-bit background, 16-bit characters. So that is, I'm telling you, this is a grand project. And if it happens, if I can pull this off, you can do anything, folks. If I can make this happen, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm playing it all by the seat of my pants. So you can see there's some really nice gloomy stuff in here. We'll let this keep playing. Only goes, well, it goes for 6 minutes, but I can kind of tell you exactly all the points of what is happening. So this guy, I was like, how can I get a strobe light, right? I've already spent way too much money. I'm so over budget on this stupid video clip. How can I get a strobe light? So this thing here, this is going to be like in the choruses. So this bright, where it says, welcome to the DreadCircus. It's always going to be bright and crazy for those bits to kind of flash you back into that circus vibe. So how could I get a strobe light to happen when I don't have the budget for it? Because I clearly don't have the budget for a fucking strobe light as well. I'm already broke. See, this is another thing for like the chorus, these kind of circusy, I don't know, trippy kind of things to take you away. This one, I don't know how this one got in this list here. This one's pretty cool. I like this. This window above the character, one of the characters playing. So whatever instrument that will be, if it's like guitar or whatever. So I've only done a very quick search for kind of backgrounds and stuff. So I'll be doing some extensive searching. We'll do a full show on that, finding clips and all that for the backgrounds. So lots of this stuff. Some stuff I will be planned is because I have a pretty extensive game list for my Steam collection. I can just load up a game and get some backgrounds from some video games, because I've got some pretty cool video games, some really good horror video games I can shoot some footage from. That's a really good way to get footage if you're a gamer, if you've got a PlayStation or an Xbox or PC, and you want some really cool footage that you can kind of manipulate yourself. You know, that's a really good way to create some good backgrounds that you're not using stock footage. Just load up a game, screen record it, yeah, from your desktop or from plug in your HDMI out from your PlayStation, whatever, and screen record it. And you'll get some really cool footage that, you know, nobody else is kind of using. And the way you can manipulate the cameras yourself, you can make it do what you want to get a much cooler effect. So I think that's another thing. Plus, it gives me a chance to play some video games. So, yeah, Evil Within. Yeah, there's so many good games. The newest remake of Resident Evil 3, there's some wicked stuff in there. Even the remake of Resident Evil 2, there's some really cool stuff. Or like Res Evil 8, is it 8? Yeah. In the houses in Res Evil 8 is really some fucking evil looking stuff. And because Res Evil 8 it's first person, so you can just shoot from first person and go that way. So you know, some of this is, you know, not the best, but this is just for this original storyboard. We're nearly finished here, I think. Yeah, we've got about 40 seconds to go, and then we'll start chopping this stuff up. I think I already used this clip here in an FMC thing. I think I already used this. So again, try not to use clips that I've seen other people use or that I've used, because I always search out the dingiest, darkest stuff, unfortunately, because it's in my blood, I guess. Hi, Midnight Bandit. I am doing okay. I hope you are too. So yeah, you get the idea. I love this. This is kind of cool. if there's some way I can factor this into this video clip, then I'll search out some more. I like this actually going into the hole. Kind of reminds me of my ex-wife. All right, so there's that. There's that video. And so what I'm going to start with is, I think I saw some footage right at the start here. It's so you can preview. Hi, Brad. Thanks for skull effing me. So you can drag this little slider here. Let me do it with the mouse so you see what's going on. Oops, that doesn't work. Oh, yeah. So the beautiful thing, look at this, with the iPad 2022, is I don't even need to touch the iPad to scroll through this stuff. Yeah, I can show you here. So I'm not even touching the iPad, and I can scroll through the clip. Like the pencil's like about this far away from here. So I can find the bit I'm after, which is that bit there. And it even works with the mouse too. So I don't even have to, see how I'm not even touching the screen? I'm just dragging the mouse over this and it's moving it automatically. So with the Magic Keyboard, this is fantabulous. So that's where I want to bring this piece in. I'm going to do this here. Let's go back here. Boom. And if you hold down long enough, does it work? Yeah, you can really fine tune that. Let's bring this in here. So I want to start with this clip here. And we want to bring it into the timeline. So the best way to do it is move your marker to the start. And I'm going to hit connect at playhead, insert at playhead, and hit insert. And it drops it there. Now I can take this audio and hopefully, there we go, drop it underneath. So now we've got our opening piece. Hi, Kubrick lover. Okay, but it's not long enough. So let's get in and do the bizzo. So first I'm going to trim this audio. Let's zoom. Let's trim this audio. I'm going to grab it by its handle here. Trim this down. Drag this back to the start. And all right, now this image, you can see it's not fitting the screen because I screen recorded this footage. So now I'm going to click on the video and hit inspect. And I'm going to go in here to this, and I'm going to do a color conversion. It's currently set to 75. I want to add this to 100. See, it's a little bit brighter now. And then in this setting up here, I'm going to hit scale to fit. And now that is fitting the entire screen. So we're good. Now, unfortunately, this clip doesn't go long enough because I need this clip to go all the way to here. So we're going to stretch this clip out. And watch how easy it is in Final Cut Pro to stretch a clip to make it fit somewhere. This is sick. So you grab this playback speed and look at that. You just move it to where you want it. So easy. So easy. Oh, let's just see how close that was. Perfect. That's pretty close. We can zoom right in here now and make sure, because here's that first note. We want to get, like with our music video, you always want to make sure your cuts are on the fucking beat. Yeah? Get it on the beat. So I'm going to go back into the inspect. And now that we've zoomed in a little, let's just move this. See if we can get this right on the money. or we'll just go a little bit over. There we go. Just go a little bit over, and then I can set this here and just crop it. Twink. Done deal. And delete. And that should, bang, right on the beat. So there is our opening scene, which, you know, will be a laneway or whatever when we get to it. But we are just creating a storyboard. We need a character in here, and we need the star of our show, which is Art the Clown. So we're going to drag Art the Clown in here, and it's so easy to dump stuff above. And the beautiful thing about Final Cut Pro over LumaFusion, LumaFusion gives you 6 video channels to play with. Final Cut gives you unlimited. Absolutely unlimited. So this is perfect. I would love to have stuck with LumaFusion and continue. I still think LumaFusion's a great app, and it's served me very well. But the ability to now drag, the ability to do this is just, yeah, to stack on many, many images and videos is just too good. So here is our opening clip. Of course, we want to do a fade in. So we'll do that now. Let's click on the background. Now remember, the way it works with Final Cut is whatever is on top is on the highest in the list. Let's show you our list. Whatever's the highest is at the front. So you'll see Art the Clown is in front of the background. So as you build, whatever you lay on top is at the forefront of the video. So I'm going to add a fade in here. How do you add fades in here? Let me show you. We're going to go to Automate. And when I click Automate, you'll see we've got this little bottom section. And in the Automate, you've got all these options. You can automate opacity. You can automate all. You can automate the scale, the position, the rotation. You can anchor an image to a video. So if you've got like moving video and you want to anchor your little character that's green screened in there to the image. So as the video moves, the character moves with the video. You can do that with anchoring. And so, but we'll do that at a later stage. To store, we're going to leave it on opacity because we want to add in a quick fade. And the way you do this, so we're using these little points down here. Let's zoom in so you can see we've got this much room here. Yeah. We'll zoom in a little bit more because you can zoom so far with this. So here's a nice look at how much room we've got to do a fade. So what I'm going to do is make sure that our playhead is at the beginning. We've got our video selected. Hit the plus down the bottom here, and it puts in a little point. Then we're going to move our playhead. Now, how I like to move the playhead is with the scroll wheel. This thing, maybe, is just wicked when it works. Why is it not working? There we go. So let's make sure our animate thing is up. There we go. So you can move this little scroll wheel. You can actually bring this thing. You can move this wherever you want, this scroll wheel. If you close it, you can grab this and drag it over here. It's super handy for really tight stuff, right? So I can move my playhead eventually where I want this to fade in. So I want to do it here. And I'm going to put in a little point there. And see how I missed it? The point's over here. You can actually move this little point with this scroll wheel. Let me show you how. I think I have to do it with my finger. So I just clicked up here. Yeah. And it changes from playhead to keyframe. So now when I move this, watch, it moves the keyframe. How sweet is that? So if you've put your keyframe in the wrong place, you don't have to delete it. You can just bring it to back. Let's zoom out. So there's our playhead. There's our little keyframe. And we'll go back to the other one. Oops. And let's go back to the start. And we're going to turn down the opacity. And we're going to do the same thing for this clown. So we're going to add in a keyframe here. And we're going to add in a keyframe here. And for this clown, we'll start off with 0. And now, when we start it, nice little quick fade in. I know that seemed like a lot of work for all that. So let's have a look at it so far. Full screen. Back to the start. Boosh, bosh, bang. Cool. So that is our first storyboard in. Awesome. We're moving. Now, I was saying something before about strobe light, and I didn't finish my thought because, man, that happens all the time to me on this bloody show, doesn't it? So how could I get a strobe light without paying for one? I think I've come up with a plan. Let's see if I haven't checked this, but let's see what results I come up with for a search. If we go over here, full screen, flash effect, strobe light. Do we get one here? Oh, look at this. Oh, ha 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 ha. 10 minutes of strobe light. Look at that. Now, you're probably thinking, but how's that going to work? Well, let me like this video and save this video damn straight. Can I save it? Save to my playlist. Change. I don't want it to go to that playlist. We'll put that to watch later. Okay, so the way that's going to work is with my setup here, you can see I have a huge television. This is what I monitor everything from in the show. Yeah. So when I'm filming in front of the green screen with OBS, I can just hide that screen and then I can put on my big TV that flash that is on my huge TV, and that will be absolutely ideal. I bet that works perfect because that, you know, it's such a big TV. What is it? 60-inch TV? 60-inch? Yeah. So that flash should be enough to create enough of a strobe light for this effect. And behind me on this, whoever, hello Leela, hello Capsulam, welcome aboard. So let's show you this. Let me just jump down here. Here we go. Filters. Okay, so yeah, here's my green screen behind me. And this green screen is actually quite close. So this is a 3 meter wide green screen. This is very wide green screen, super wide. I can put this back further for when I'm filming. And I also have, instead of this green screen here, I have a black screen as well and a white screen. So for the flashing stuff, I can just swap this out for the black screen and it'll have much more of a horror effect, yeah? So we'll get a really good strobe happening. And all I need to do is like probably have one of my lights on to help the strobe. So maybe it's even like covering, so lighting only half of my face and point one of the lights away. You can do a hell of a lot with lighting to create some really cool stuff. Okay, so yeah, the strobe thing is sorted. Now I didn't see if there were any other ones here because there's probably like some coloured ones. Look at that. We've got some coloured ones. I hit like for that one too. That could be cool. We've got this. So remember, YouTube is your friend. Oh, we got an hour. Oh, you don't want the music. So we got an hour of strobe lights here as well. We'll hit like on this one. Ooh, there's some good stuff. There we go. So there's some really random flickering. So yeah, if you're looking for ways to, there's always a way to get around. If you don't, I mean, the last, in the Metheist video clip, so it's just a white screen. In the Metheist video clip, I filmed the Metheist video clip down in my garage. So this time I'm not having to, I literally, in the Metheist clip, had to drag everything in this studio down 2 flights of stairs into my garage to film it. That is not happening again, ever. I nearly died doing that. But this time in the studio, because I used to have my bed in here, I didn't have all this room. But now I have all this room behind the green screen. I can just push the green screen back and I have like a 3 meter by 3 meter room to play around and shoot all this footage. I can put my drum kit in the shot. There's so much I can do here for this video clip. So yeah, there's the strobe problem sorted. I guess we'll get back over here now to our project. So thanks for hanging out today. If you're enjoying the show, hit the like, do all that stuff. It certainly does help. Share or whatever. I'm going to be here for probably going to do another hour if you want to, if you're okay with that. And then we'll finish with Joe and Barry Glenn's song, Timber Song, just so we can get a basic idea of this going. So now I can get rid of this automate screen here. We don't need this at the moment. Now you'll notice with my timeline, I now have this gap section in here, right? So this gap section, you can turn this on and off. It's a setting. Is it in here? I can't remember if it's in here. I think it's this one. It's this thing. Yeah, no, that's snapping. Or is it this one? Yeah, this is position on and off. So if you have it on, when you move a clip, everything rearranges. But I don't want to do that. I actually want it off. So whenever you add a clip, it adds in this gap that you can chop up and you can put things in. Like if I want to put a piece of video in here, I can jump ahead. That's why I'm doing that. So next we're going to jump ahead and put in the drummer. So let's find where the first section I want to put in the drummer for this is. I think it's here, there. So it's here, and it looks like that first note. So again, using your wave file will help you find that position. I think it's this one. Yep, because it ends right on that note there. So we're going to bring in this drum kit. Now remember, whatever's on top is at the front. So I got a little drum kit image here. I'm going to bring this in. Pop that right about there. So it's a bit out of place. I'm not going to get it absolutely flush with this. There we go, that's pretty good. So there's our drum kit. Now I'm going to want to move this kit. So, and how do you move it? So we click on it and I tap, go into our inspect screen and change to this. So if we change this, you'll see our little image has a little thing around it. So I can now draw with my fingers. I can drag, I can flip it. I can do whatever I want with it. So I'm going to first go into here, settings, and I'm going to change this color conversion to 100% brightness. So it's a little bit brighter. I'm going to take this kit now. We're going to just move it. Just so it's like in the middle, but I don't want to show the whole kit because I've got to fit in my character up here. And who do we want up here? We want the drummer. Where is he? There he is. So we'll take this one maybe. We'll take this one. I'm going to drag this in. And now he's at the front. See what I did wrong there? But watch, I can just take this and drop it above. That didn't work. Come on, down you go. There he is. Now he's behind the kit. So we've got the drum kit in the front and we've got the drummer behind. So now we're going to have to go in and resize this drummer. So he looks like he's actually behind the kit. He's a little bit big. There we go. That's looking better. And you can just tap in between. The problem is using a mouse. When you take the mouse off anything, it changes what you're doing. So now I can drag him around, get him centered, maybe a bit higher. So there is our drummer. I think that kind of looks okay. Wicked. Alrighty, now we need a background for this dude. So we'll go into our clip here. We've got some footage here. What can we grab for this? I think there's that window shot. There, that thing there. We can take this now. That kind of looks cool. Just for now. It's not important, really. There we go. Now we've got our playhead set to position. I can hit insert, connect at playhead, insert at playhead, and bish bosh, it put it there. But now you'll see it's moved everything else away, right? But it put it where we wanted it to there. So really you should be putting in these clips, but easily enough, I can just now drag these suckers and just put them there. Bish bosh. Done. So there's our little drummer. Now the image is not set, so we've got to click on this. Go in here. We want to make this, again, we're going to do a brightness kind of thing. And we want to change the size. So we're going to scale to fit. And we can actually make it bigger. Let me show you. We'll scoot this off for now. Center it. Cool. So there's another scene in there. And you see, as we add stuff in, see how it creates these little gaps that I can fill in? Boom, boom. Okay, now we've got to match up that. So we've got the little piece in there. That's all good and fine. But we've got to see where that drum ends, which I suspect is here. So we're going to chop this. I think it's right about there. So let's put our playhead in here. There we go. And I'm going to chop this, split it. No, I'm not going to do that. That's the audio. Split. Split. We don't need these anymore. And now see how that gap has been replaced. Awesome. Yeah, oh man, it's so random, the ads, because I have it set to, and now these days, if you're advertising, you can't do anything about this. You can only set, I have it set for one ad per half an hour. And some people are getting other people's ads. And some people are getting none. I don't know. And I can't sit here and manually add ads during a stream, unfortunately. So there's our first little scene. Let's see what else we've got in here. Okay. I think we're going to go with these beats. Let's just put in images without background. So you can see the beats here down below. We've got da-da. Let's just make sure that's right. Yep. Da-da. And these are going to be flash images. So you'll see a dun-dun, 2 images on the beats. Let's bring this in and find probably this character who'll be the, might actually kick off with this dude just for now as a placeholder. Okay. So it needs to fit right on that note. Close enough. And we're going to have the sax player. Okay. Sweet. See how that worked? Let's just make sure the image is the right size. Scale to fit. Now we can scale this down to however we want. Like so. Move it. And we'll jump over to this one. So this will be the sax player. I don't have my sax yet, so I've only got this little trumpet thing. We need to... This is really annoying. I wish I could set this automatic HDR thing to just always be 100%. It kind of sucks. Maybe there's a setting that does it. Okay. Wicked. Hi, Andy. No, there's no blood in these. I can't use the blood because it's images. There's no real footage yet. Plus, I'm saving all my blood. Okay, so I think there's a bass line in there. All right, so it's drums. So what we can do again is just grab copies of these. Now, can I copy them? I don't know. We'll just bring in these again because we're going to cut to drums. And you can see again down the bottom, drums are going to go to about there. I wonder if I can you do what term? Oh, that would be cool. I don't think you can. I don't think you can right click, make a copy of. I don't think you can. That kind of sucks. All right, we'll bring our drums in again. Bit frustrating that doesn't work. Maybe we'll do it kind of, well, it's going to work anyway because we can do a a different kind of view of the drums. So we can like zoom in a lot more on them this time. We'll bring that right down, make it bigger, grab this dude here. Okay. Does that fit? So there's a bass line in there that you can hear really well. So we can throw a bass player in for the next scene. Where is he? He is up here. So we'll chuck him in next. We can do the backgrounds later. And that goes to about there. Now, the main reason I decided to use Final Cut 2 is the transitions. There's some really cool transitions in Final Cut. Let's see how that works. Sick. So there's that last bass note right there. There really is some wicked transitions for this thing. Let's give him a little bit of HDR magic so he's brighter. We'll zoom in on him. Like so. There we go. See you, Jim. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. So there's our drummer again. I think it's a good way because we're establishing at the start of the clip the main character. So he's obviously the main character is being established here. Then straight away the music starts and we're getting to see the band members and establishing who they are and what their relevance is to so mainly the percussion, bass, because that's all that's really in this part of the song. And so the percussion, drummer, the bass, the strings. So we got a violin. We'll probably use violin dude next. So that bit was da-da-da-da. So we've got drums again. And we'll try a different drummer approach for this one. We can see the beats again, right to about there. Let's zoom in. Make sure we're good. Yeah, that looks good. Let's zoom right in to this. See, I did it wrong again. I really got to get used to using Final Cut. I'm not good at it yet. Just for now, we'll put that there. Douche. Wicked. And let's just change the size of him a little bit. Cool. So we got a close up this time. A closer. Man, again, this SDR shit. There's got to be a way to do that. I'll look it up in my spare time. And normally I wouldn't storyboard a video, but because there's so much going on in this video, I'm definitely need to get an idea of what I'm doing for when I start shooting the actual characters and what positions they need to be, if they're walking away from camera, so that is the reason we are storyboarding today. Okay, so this bit here goes da 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 da, and we're going to use the music again to work out what we're going to do, and we're going to introduce our one of our violinists. There we go. We've got the old dude. The old dude is going to go to about there. Then we're going to bring in. Is there guitar in here? Let's hear. Of course not. And we're going to finally bring in Toxic Avenger, so he'll be at the end of this. That makes sense to me. Violin. We got our bass. We want to also bring in this dude here, if I can find it. Here. So, see that? And when you put it above and then move it, change the size of it, it automatically drops it down into the track below. It's so good. That just makes life so easy. So we got da da da. Going to bring in this guy again. Nice. And we want our bass player, because he's heavily in this section. We're going to go to there. And, hey, Pete, what's going on? So we've got Toxic Avenger. He'll come in right at the end of it. Let's grab. So we can pretty much do. I've got to work out how to do a copy. Man, how do I do a copy? How do I just make a copy of this? I wish I knew. There's got to be a way to do it. Let's see. Is there in here? Overwrite playhead. Here we go. Like that. Hold down. Copy. If I hold down, does it paste it? Playhead. Sweet. Well, see? Copy. Paste it. Playhead. Well, that works, doesn't it? I guess I could probably use Control P, Command V. Yes, look at that. Beautiful. So if you don't know, keyboard shortcuts are your friend. So Command C, playhead, paste. Too easy. Too easy. So these all should fit. Excellent. Happy days. Toxic Avenger, where are you? Yeah. Pete, did you see Logic got an update today? It's not worth talking about because they didn't fix anything. What a joke. So we're a little bit off time. These are a little bit out. So let's fix those just to get them crisp. Crispy. There's our Toxie. Can probably bring him in a little bit more. All right. No, not even. Not even. They fixed one thing. One thing. Fixed stabilization in the synth for iOS 17. That's it. Nothing else. Transition pad in iOS 17. That's it. Wow. Meanwhile, Final Cut Pro here has had, what, 6 updates already? So go figure. Alrighty. We have the beginnings of a clip. I know I keep going back just to have a look and see what's happening, but... Nice. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit because, yeah, there's a few other things I haven't decided what we can put in there that's going to be different. So we're going to go into where the guitars come in, which is right there. And we need our first guitarist. In fact, what we might do is add in both guitarists and have them dueling together. Why not? So we got this dude. We'll have this one in here. And how long does this bit go for? Okay, so we got a change right there. Now, we can take this dude and we can shapeshift him around. Let's bring him over here. And then we can bring in our other guitarist, which is... Who is the other guitarist in this band? Oh, it's this dude. And they can both kind of be looking at each other. We can pop him above. There they are. The Bobsy twins. Hanging out with each other. And then we can cut to our friend Toxie, I think, waving the mop around, losing his head, just going, ah! Because Toxic Avengers is just the best. So we'll grab this and bring in Toxie. We'll drag this out to the next change. Let's make sure that's on the money. So our last note is about here. Yeah, that's close. Hi, Anakin. Welcome aboard. Okay. Right, now here's our first jazz bit. All right, so here's our first jazz bit. Now, remember what I said. As the styles of music change, the style of video will change as well. So let's just have a fuck around, and we'll do a quick Google search. What am I doing? We want to go Smoky Jazz Club Empty Stage. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That one's already black and white. We better put in like a HD. So we can get something HD. We can convert it to black and white, no problem. Easy. Now, I'm not going to use this photo in the video, so don't worry, I'm not like stealing people's gear. See if we can just find something kind of cool just for now. Because I need to convert it to black and white. And I'll convert the images of the character to black and white. So I reckon we've got, what was the one I saw before? Normally you'll get extra, oh, look at that Getty's got their hands all over it. Let's try actually going over here. I reckon I can find something better by going into my Videoleap. Oops, then we go stock. We want to go photos. Jazz Club. Maybe won't find anything. Oh, yeah. So some of those images we already saw. That one's kind of cool. We want it to be the right level. Yeah. So the characters sitting, so you can sit them into the scene. There's a lot of stuff that's not what I need. Where was that one I saw? Somewhere here. Do 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 do. What about in Pixabay? Anything in Pixabay? No, of course, Pixabay's shocking for this stuff. What about if we just put empty stage? Empty stage. Ah, that's cool. That'll do for now. Just this smoky. So we'll grab this. I don't get those marks anyway. This will do for now. You can take a screenshot of that. Sweet. That will do. Save. Bosh. Okay, so let's Oj. We'll dump this screenshot. We'll import it in here. Drag this in here. Now, where did I put it? I have no idea. Did I put it in the right place? I think so, yes. No, it didn't. You see that? What it did there? It's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all. So we'll undo that. So what I need to do is get in here and chop this. See, I'm still learning Final Cut, so bear with me. So we need to go in here, and then we need to split this and then drop it in here. Let's drag this in now. This little image. There we go. And we want to convert this to black and white. Just make sure it's totally 100%. So we're going to go into our image. And we should be able to go. So we're going to go light, do that there. And I don't know, I can't remember where to do it, where to change it black and white. We want to scale to fit, so it fits the screen. Effects, color adjustments, and we want to take out all the color. I think that'll do for now. Okay, now we want to add a character in here. Probably the saxophone player. And we could put in the drummer as well. So let's do that. We'll put in the, all right, so how does it go? Drums. Yeah, drums. Kind of back here. And bring the drummer. See, I've done it around the wrong way again. There we go. So there's a drummer. It's so weird. So weird. We'll move him. Oops. Now, the other thing you really shouldn't do is don't put characters in your videos and try and get your whole body in there. It never looks good. I know there's people out there who do it, but it makes your characters look stupid. They look like they've got weird bodies, like they got tiny little legs, and it just looks strange. So try and do, well, in my opinion, you know, if you don't trust my opinion, don't. But I just think it always looks kind of stupid. So we've got our bass player here. I'm going to bring him in. And we'll shrink him down a bit. Now, clearly, we can make this, you know, a lot. It'll be a lot different. We're just getting a storyboard, so don't get too stressed by how shit looks. We're going to have our sax player, so we'll bring this one in. And don't worry, I will be holding a sax, not this stupid little flute that I have here. And we can move him. All right, cool. So we've got our smoky little thing going on. So we're going to go black and white for these dudes because it's a thing. Color adjustments, drums. So I'm just selecting each of these images and taking out all the saturation. Yeah. So there we go. So there's our smoky little jazz bit there. Wicked. Just going to go in and touch up these images, make them a bit brighter. So we're getting there. Of course, I'm definitely not going to get all this finished, you know, in this one sitting. It's a job, but you get to see some of the process. We'll continue on the process possibly next week. Let's just get all these images sorted. So it'll be an ongoing thing. Oh, I will most likely get the storyboard finished off the channel. So next week we get to starting to look at adding in the video footage. I will show you how I'm filming as well. I will record some of that for you. Well, you'll see it anyway because I'm actually recording it and then chopping it up. Okay. So we've got all bright footage here. Yes, 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 yes. Here's our drummer. Now, I think our our toxic bit. Yeah, that's cool. Black and white. What do we got? We've got 20 minutes left. Well, 15 minutes left. So if you're still here, which is you're a strong person for sitting through this. So how long is it? We're up to what? 45 minutes, 45 seconds into the song of a 420 song. So we've got a fair bit to go. Okay. What are we looking like? Hey, DOA. Sweet. I really like that black and white thing. That's cool. So I'll probably have to add in the singer in there because there's vocals in that bit. There's vocals in there, but I think I says it's time to die. In a smooth jazz. It's time to die, friend. Yeah. Fucking messed up. All right. First chorus. Let's bring in that little crazy video part here. There it is. And we'll put this playhead there. Let's insert. Oh, I did insert. Good, good, good. There it is. So there's our first chorus. We're going to make this full screen. Scale. Fit screen. Lovely. And we're going to want our singer in there with a microphone. And do I have one with him holding a microphone? Yes. There we go. Oh, God, look at that shit, man. Boom. So, how long does this bit go for? We're here. Welcome to... Right, so there's our point right there. Okay. So that bit here, it's like da 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 da. There'll be strobe lights in there, and it'll be close-ups. I kind of should have thought about this. Close-ups of hands, like swinging the knife, or like a hand going stabbing. And in those bits, because that bit repeats all the way through the song, da 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 da, and there'll be a bit with just the hand covered in blood, because I bought a whole box of latex gloves, so there'll be bloodied hands smashing things with a bloodied hammer, bloodied knife, and the various other. I've got a box cutter. I've got a whole lot of stuff, so that'll be in here. Maybe we could straight away. Could we do this? I could do this right now, couldn't I? Let's grab my phone. Here you go. Let's get the camera, because we've got a green screen here. So I can like take a photo of my hand. Is that going to work? Man, can't stretch far enough. There we go. So just took a photo. We'll do it with the hammer as well. Okay. See what you can do on a live stream. So now those photos should come across to my iPad. Should be here in my photo album now. Eventually, let iCloud do its thing. Make sure they're uploading. Two photos syncing to iCloud. All right, we'll give those a second. And we can use that strobe light to create a real cool flashing thing. Jesus, what is going on, man? Just upload. Good old reliable iCloud. Look at that. Oh, there we go. It's uploading now. Two photos syncing to iCloud. Geez, you'd think they were like movie files the time they're taking to load. We should see them up here. There they are. There's our lovely hammer. And as we showed you before, I can just grab this. I should be able to just press on it. Yeah. And now I can grab this hand and knife. Oops. That didn't work. So if I hold on it, now I can drag it. Now I can bring it into. So now, cool, we can do the same with the other photo. How easy is this, huh? Grab the photo of the hammer, hold down, drag it over here, jump over to Final Cut, drag it into our project, and now we've got our lovely, look at that. Fantabulous. Let's just increase the color range. Nice. And where does our music come in? So our change. So it's right here. Sweet. So yeah, we'll put a strobe on that and have it slashing away really quickly with blood. Because what I also bought was I bought a like this really nice bottle with this multiple nozzle on the end. And I'm going to fill that full of the blood, and then I can kind of spray the blood for splatter effects. And I have a whole sheet. I've got two of them, a full white sheet for the back for my green screen to get some really cool splatter effects. And I have a spare green screen to do it on as well. So that should be really cool there. All right. Where are we up to? 9:48. Always a good idea around this point, probably sooner, is to save. There we go. So my project is saved now. And if I want to edit, I can rename it. So let's it's got a little name there. It's got time. You can add multiple timelines to this, which is pretty cool. We can edit this, come back in. We're good to go. Wicked. So we've got our Slayer bit coming up. I think I'm probably going to call it for today because, yeah, people have got things to do, and I've got places to go as well because Ahsoka, The final episode of Star Wars Ahsoka is on today, and me and Brad and Dina and Leela will do our watch along together with on Clubhouse, chatting to each other while we're watching it. So we're all excited about that. So here's where we're at so far. I will spend more on the weekend. I'll spend some more time on this, getting this ready for next week, because I can't focus any more on it because, yes, we have to get the song finished because, I'm not finished the song yet. And in 2 days' time, not tomorrow, the day after, I have to release this. I have to release this live. And so this is happening Thursday, US, UK time. You'll be hearing the song completely finished for the first time. We'll do a final mix, we'll do a final master, and then we will upload it to DistroKid. DistroKid, of course, is sponsoring our show. Yes. But tomorrow, my friends, we need to come up with a piece of artwork for the single. So we will be doing that tomorrow. I will be using GoDaddy Studio, it's called now, to create the album cover for this song. And I'll let you know the way I'm doing it. We're going to be using Midjourney, okay, to do this. So give you a bit of insight on what's happening. Now, so this is my utensils project. I play in a bunch of different bands. You may know this or you may not. My main project is called DreadCircus. My fun project is this, utensils. But the name of this song is called The DreadCircus. So I'm getting a bit Inception and using the title of my other band as the title song of this band. And in 2001, I released my debut DreadCircus album, and this was the artwork for it. It was a hand-drawn picture by me using crayons. So I unfortunately don't have the original anymore. In moving and being homeless, somebody stole the artwork, and I'm heartbroken, but I still have digital images of it, thankfully. So this was the cover of my first DreadCircus album. So what we're going to do is take this artwork and we're going to put it into AI, and we're going to get the AI to interpret it and see if it can make a more modern version of this. So I've already been messing about with it, and it kind of did some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. He's got like a penis coming out of his head. What's going on there? So we'll fine tune all these, and we'll get something really crazy from the original artwork. So yeah, I think we can get something super crazy because, I don't think it's wise. Well, you can do it, but what's really cool with AI is that you can take your own original stuff and then interpret that and build on that. And that's more fun than just getting it to generate shit that's someone else's. Yeah, because that's what AI does. It searches around, it finds bits and pieces of everything else and then combines it. But if you're like getting ideas from your own art, then you can't turn around and cry and go, but the AI is ripping off other artists. No, it's taking your art, your creations that you made, and then generating something from that. And so we'll be using Midjourney as well as GoDaddy Studio to making the cover tomorrow. Who knows what we're going to get? I love that kind of randomness of you never know what you're going to get. Yeah, life is like a box of chocolates. Okie doke. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you can join me for the next 2 shows. Very exciting to get this song finished. I can't wait to get it done. It's been a month. This song has been one of the most trying songs I've ever had to put together. And I know you're probably sitting there thinking, but you've had a month to do this. Trust me, for the amount of changes in this song and the bits, this has been no small challenge. Will I do this again? Absolutely. Because I love music that challenges. I hate boring fucking music. All right. So hopefully you got a little bit of understanding on storyboarding today. We'll continue on next week. We'll get this song out. Let's get into today's featured arts. Hello, Who did I see just come in? Is it Chad Freeman? What is going on? We are going to play my good friends Joe and Barry Glenn. They've got their song Timber Song out. I got to help them a bit with it, with mastering and all that kind of stuff. I was going to do drums for it, but we had a look at it and went, you know what? It's beautiful as it is. Yeah. So, and Joe Glenn has put together the video clip using LumaFusion, I do believe, still. And she's awesome at putting together these little clips. And guess what? I don't think anybody dies in this video clip. It's about trees. It's about trees. Damn, there's no murder. So if you're here looking for murder, there's no murder. It's about life. All right, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is Joe and Barry Glenn, Trees.
I stand and gaze at that beauty so rare, but a gift that must be managed with the utmost care. Therefore the shelter from the wind, rain and sun, and warm our hearth when their day's work is done. Where would we be without trees? And if the oak to the axe did not yield, the cooper would have no cask to build, and from its sturdy planks some pitch and tar the navy could not have built its ships of war. So walk with me now, walk with me now, through shady green forest of leaf and of bough. Walk with me now, my love, walk with me now. And the archers with their bows of yew could not sustain their aim so true, if not for the fletcher's skill and craft of feathers and an ashwood shaft. Where would we be without trees? What would we do without the spruce? It forfeits life for the luthiers' use. Straight and tall, its tree does grow, and its resonance does sound the fiddler's bow. Where would we be without trees? But of this gift we must take care, lest these forests we lay bare. For if alas that day should come, the nuthatch would have no place to feast, and the woodpecker have no home. Where would we be without trees? So walk with me now, walk with me now, through shady green forest of leaf and of bough. Walk with me now, my love, walk with me now.
knew there had to be some kind of death.
We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine better.